Hi guys, thanks for checking out the video. Last week I answered a viewer's question on sort of tee height. They were having an issue with teeing it too high, causing big problems, so they really made sure they teed it low. So that's got me thinking. So I'm going to use myself as a guinea pig today. I'm going to hit 5 shots. I'm going to use 3 different tee heights, one very low, one medium, one high, and I'm going to see if it affects my performance in any way. Let's see what happens. Hit my shots and kind of some interesting findings. Some of it what I would kind of expect. The one that I teed lower, as soon as I started teeing it down lower, my angle of attack became more down. So you can kind of see when I teed it low, I wasn't able to hit it as far as when I teed it up really high. Interesting things like the spin rate stayed the same, but my launch angle certainly went up. What I did, so this is a kind of a sample of the 15 shots I just played. It's quite a good example of how I would go and try this on the range yourself. And what I have done here is I didn't re-hit if I hit some bad shots. So if we go to if we're talking scientific, obviously we have to try and cause and effect. We have to be very controlled over our variables. In this one, I wasn't so much. And there's a lot of feelings involved in this test as well. And at the end of the day, I'm trying to use this to see can I take anything to use on the course. And what I certainly found is when I was teeing it lower, it felt like I was going to hit it more out the bottom, as you would expect. So at the bottom, going to create some more spin. The results don't actually show a great deal of difference within the spin. But I would say I certainly hit a few out of the neck. So again, that's sort of low in the neck with all 3 shots. So it's no surprise that the spin rates are a little high. You've got to remember I've used range balls here as well. So before you start commenting that they haven't gone that far, you can kind of add 30% onto those carry distances. So I'm not overly displeased with these shots. What I've actually found, and is more interesting to me, is when I had it teed up medium and when I had it teed up high, I was hitting it left a bit, overturning it. So to be honest, I was trying to hit straight shots there. On the course I've been trying to hit draws, but certainly a problem in this 15 shots was the ball was going left. However, when I teed it down low, I felt like I wasn't able to do that. You can see my face to path. I was actually open with the lower tee. So again, we can't use this scientifically, and it'll be interesting to see whether that was actually the tee height that did it, or actually my perception of the tee height. But it would be certainly one if I did have loads of trouble on the left-hand side, teeing it down a bit lower may just help me. So that's quite a nice finding that I've found, and I'll take this forward. You've got to remember, I tend to swing from the inside. If you look at my attack angles, like I was 2.4 up, with the higher tee. So I'm pretty pleased with that number. But if you've got a massive problem in going down and hitting the slice, you might find by teeing it higher and actually hitting up on it, that might help you. But again, this is what I take away from this data is not so much have I made a scientific breakthrough? No. That the test isn't set up for that. But what it does say is, and remember, your main aim is to try and make yourself better. So when you're on the range, it might be worth trying to do something similar to what I've done here. See what you feel comfortable with, and do you see a difference in the flight? I'm certainly seeing a difference in the flight. I tend to tee the ball up quite high, I tend to try and hit a draw as well, so I will always err to the higher tee. But I have found something that if I do tee it low, I can kind of squeeze it out there, keep it off the left. So please go try this. Try this, see what you find. Have you tried this? I mean, if you have tried it, get some comments down below. What were your findings? But I hope this has helped. Like I say, get some comments down below. If you've got any other tests or any other questions that you like, get those down below and I'll see if I can answer them. Hope to catch you soon.